Okay, so with today's class, we're going to be going over meal planning and the benefits of meal planning, why you guys should think about it, maybe start doing it, and how to properly meal plan at the same time. So, looking at the intro today and what we're going to be talking about today, like I already mentioned, we're going to be talking about meal planning. We're going to go over meal planning and why meal planning is good. So, the first reason meal planning is good, and one of the best reasons for it, it's going to save you money. It's very cost effective. You're looking at the stuff you have in your fridge, freezer, pantry, and also even if you got to make a grocery list and run to the store, you're buying everything in bulk, so it tends to be a little cheaper if you buy everything at once compared to buying multiple things or going to the store a couple times a week or ordering out and paying delivery fees, or even just going somewhere and paying, you got to leave a tip or buy the food. It tends to be a little cheaper than going out and doing all that stuff. The second thing, it is also very time effective. So you're going to save a good amount of time prepping your meals because you're doing it all at once. So whether you're doing it for 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, you're making all your food at one time. So the amount of time you're taking to cook your food is cut down extremely, because you don't have to cook every day now. You just have to cook once, and now you have your meals for however long you want to set it for. And now going on to the next day, you don't have to cook. You just have to either warm up your food or your quick little steps to get your food ready for you, and then boom, you're able to eat it, and it's going to save you a great amount of time. Then another key feature to why meal planning is so good is because it reduces waste. You're going to be going in your pantry, your fridge, your freezer, and you're going to be eating foods that you might have thrown away if you weren't going to plan a meal. This is going to make you eat more variety foods, and so you're going to be looking at stuff that you might not have ate before, and instead of it sitting in your fridge or freezer, you're going to go ahead, boom, and you're going to eat that as well because you have it, and you might not be able to run to the store for a certain amount of time, or you have enough of it that you might as well make it. It's going to help you save on waste product and throwing away food that you don't want to throw away in the first place, and it's going to get you to eat new foods and try new things. Another thing is it's going to help you with a well-balanced plate. You're not going to tend to you might eat the same food like for the 3-day period or 5-day period, depending on what you're trying to do, but it's going to be a variety. It's not going to be just one meal. Like, you're not going to just eat, say, one steak. You're going to have steak with salad and a couple other sides like mashed potatoes or something. You're going to have sides to it, so you're not just going to eat one food, and you're not going to be stuck on one food. So you're going to get a varied diet, and it's going to make sure you have a nice, well-balanced diet, because if you're taking the time to meal prep, you should also take your time to look at your macros and what else you need to add to make your diet nice and well-balanced. And the last thing is it's going to stop the food jag. So, like, when you're stuck in a routine and you just keep eating the same food every day, whether it's chicken nuggets or cookies or this or anything else that could be that you just find yourself comfortable and you just like to eat that every day, this is going to help you kind of get out of that shell, open you up, and you're going to go ahead and try new foods, try new varieties of foods, and like I said, it's also going to make you a nice, well-balanced diet. So now looking into how to meal plan. We're going to meal plan. So when you look into meal plan, you're going to have to make sure you're picking the correct foods. You're going to need to get your protein in, and you got to get your greens in. You can't, if you have your protein and your greens, that's a good, well-balanced diet. You get your vegetables in there, the mashed potatoes, corn, some other stuff just to help you fill in some things that you might be missing. But you want to get your food, make sure you eat the correct foods. You can look at your My Plate, or there's a bunch of apps out there that we'll get into later. We'll get into it in a different lesson that will help you track down what you're missing from your diet specifically, and we'll get those. You can add those into each meal plan. Then We also have to include, so doing that will also help you include a well-balanced diet. You don't want to eat too much of one specific food. Protein is good for you, but you don't want to overdo the protein, because then it's kind of just, your body's not going to know what to do with all the extra protein, so it'll be wasteful. And then also, you don't want to do too much greens and vegetables, because again, it's kind of the same thing, the counter argument, where if you eat too much greens, you need more protein, and it'll just, you got to balance it out. Again, later lesson we'll go over perfect apps for this, and we'll find what you need specifically to add to your diet. And we also have to make sure the foods that we're eating is going to be healthy for us. You can't just eat, if you meal plan, you can't just go ahead and cook chicken nuggets and now you're good for the week. That's not going to be healthy for us. So we have to prepare and cook healthy foods that are going to help us be healthier and make healthier choices. So, looking at the foods that we should pick, again, like I mentioned before, protein. If you want to get a baseline of protein, you should have 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight for each meal. It doesn't have to be exactly to that standard, but just somewhere around the ballpark. You could go a little more if you want to. If you know your body, if you're going to lift weights and you're going to want to grow your muscles, you could go ahead and lift the protein a little bit more than 1 gram. And then we're going to try to stay away from unhealthy foods like cookies and cakes and brownies and all that. It's good to have a snack here and there, but we're going to stay away from that, minimize those unhealthy carbs. And then we're also going to make sure we add our greens. Our greens are going to give us our energy, and they're going to also help us grow strong and help our body, help the inside of your body, your eyes, your veins, your tissues. They're going to help all that, your joints, to grow and make sure we're all healthy. So looking at our activity now, in this activity, I'm going to split you guys up into teams. So each team is going to be at the end of the court, and we're going to have you run down to the other end of the court. When running down to the other end of the court, I'm going to have pitchers laid out on the floor, and each of you are going to, one teammate will run, pick up a pitcher, and run back to their team. Now, as a team, you're going to have to pick 3 different food options and 1 drink. You're going to have to come up with a healthy meal plan for 3 days with these food options. If you guys want to exchange your food options, like say you accidentally once you pick up a pitcher, you can't put it down. You have to run back to your team. And so if you want to change out a pitcher, the next partner will have to run down, drop it off, and switch out the pitcher for the healthier food option. So that's today's class. Today we learned how to meal prep and the good reasons on why to meal prep. Meal prepping is going to save us money, save us time, and make sure we have a well-balanced diet. Next class, we're going to go over carbs and how to read food labels, and we'll also probably, if we have time, next class we'll touch on those apps to help us also with this meal planning process and going over carbs and food, how to read labels. Those apps will help us there too. I'll see you guys then. So, as you can see, the benefits of meal planning and prepping your meals and getting out through your day. In a later lesson, we're going to go ahead and go over that and show apps to help improve your skills on that. And we're also going to go over activities to also help you improve that, because eating good is going to give you the energy to want to exercise more. And it's also important to get physical education or movement in your day to get improve your health and make you live longer, happier, healthier. And that's what we're looking for at the end of the day. So have a good one.